I guess we are live right now. I'll be starting the stream right now, and today I've decided to go ahead and paint the Fortnite skin, which is fully loaded. The game which I was playing had this Fortnite skin called the Omega Fortnite skin, and there were many armor upgrades as you go ahead with the progressing with the game. And this fit right in my alley. I felt this is something I can go ahead and start painting digitally in my own style. Today, I went ahead and quickly started my own quick sketch, um, and have my palette ready here. And I think I'll just get started with the digital painting. Thank you for watching. So So I usually start my video in one of my earlier videos. I would have mentioned that I usually start with the mid-tone. So consider this is the dark tone, this to be the light tone, there's the mid-tone. Because me starting with the mid-tone helps me with yeah, like I was saying, me starting with the mid-tones. I can use the dark tones for my shadows and light tones for my highlights. Yeah, yeah. For these regions, I always wish I had a touchscreen tablet. Yeah, for now I have the basic wacom Intuos tablets, and um, not to complain about them, they're pretty good. But it's, at times like this, I wish a touchscreen would be, much suited for my work. And soon I'll be uploading a time-lapse version of this. Yeah, so that if for all the people who want to, see the faster version of it, you can see that too. And let me know in the comments below if you guys prefer me, to see a real-time version of the paint, or if you guys prefer the sped up version. And what are the things you'd like me to know? Sorry, what are the things you'd like to know for me to say during my videos, so that I can, explain how I go about with the digital painting process more. Anything, how I can help you guys. I think I'll go ahead and mask face, reduce the opacity of this so that I know what I need to do for these. Now I'll be starting with the highlights. I usually go with many layers of highlights. Um, the first one with the base and a couple of them to get the metallic effect. I usually use the Gaussian blur, yeah, which you can see, blur, Gaussian blur. yeah, it's a pretty neat tool. So the trick with metallic surfaces is get a smooth enough surface first time. You see some spots over here. Yeah, I'll mask the new layer for the highlights. So I think I'll go ahead and take one of my highlights over here. Yeah, create a new layer, mask it over the base layer, and yeah, just give a a mild. If you cannot say there's a color over here, it's just too light. It's almost white. Yeah, certain section of a metallic surface is usually white, based on the a light source you have. Keep in mind for those, and you get a lot of blue tones as well. Yeah, that is where these come into play. So just play around with these a, a good amount of time. you know just get the edges right. If you need to know how the for those who do not play Fortnite, and if you guys want to know how the Omega skin looks like, just Google Fortnite Omega skin fully loaded, and you'll see this. And this rough sketch, I've done it based on my own version of style. It's called a chibi version. Yeah, that is basically a completely cartoonified version of a cartoon. Um, yeah, it's fun to draw. It's fun to look at. I kind of like that version of it, so I usually go with that. And now that I've done this, I think I'll go and zoom a little. Can get the sharp edges. Erase the things I don't want. I think I'll go with the top face base down. Just take your time. Usually, when you guys are painting, take your time with the the base layer of it. Yeah, because like you guys saw with the highlights right now. Yeah, like you guys saw with the highlights right now. Sorry, I got zoned out. Um, it's You can just mask over it and get a good enough shot. So once you get this done, go ahead with the Gaussian blur and see what you can do with it. I have it over here. Let's not go too much overboard. Just a little bit. It's okay if it looks, the metal surface looks curved, but the actual character looks sharp. Just go ahead and, see, just feel whatever looks good. Now here it totally, goes away. So I think I'm happy with this. Yeah. Yeah. What I'll do now is take the eraser, you know, sharpen out on the edges. Again, like I mentioned earlier, a touchscreen tablet would make this job so much easier. So there we have a sharp edge. We'll do that on the bottom, the side. here as well. Yeah. Uh, the first highlight should be always on the top, and the second layer of highlights. I'm just going to name it highlights two. Yeah, there are some darker sections on the helmet. We can go ahead and use that. I'm going to use a little bit of this over here, a little bit of this. And in the comment box, let me know what's the ideal time for you guys for me. If I do decide to do a live stream, what would be the ideal time for me to do it for you guys? So that next time I'll know that okay, this is a good time so that you guys can join the live stream. There are certain things over here. I think I delete. Again with these, it's masked, so go ahead and blur. There'll be a lot of this. Yeah, yeah. Now you can see a bit of a shine over here. It's okay if it has hard edges. That's good for us. Being being a metallic surface, reduce the opacity. Just erase some of it. Starting off with a new layer. By this, there's a sharp edge in this side of the face. Um, What I usually do is, start with the edges, and there are some highlights over here. Now, usually the trick to show sharp edges, I'll just show you right now. Just get this layer over here, blur it all the way across, and just on the outside of it, get to this layer. I believe it's the highlights too. Yep. Um, I'll go ahead and select a lighter shade than the one I do have right now. Now getting back to our sharp edges over here, and just quickly give it an erase. Yeah, here very mildly a thin stroke of just on the edge. Get a thin stroke of it ever so lightly. Just reduce the opacity. Gives the look of the edge. Usually edges have a shiny end, so this will be good enough. I'll go ahead and create another layer. This for the edge number two. I'll get a lighter shade than this. Tiny bit. Blur, Gaussian blur, a little bit. Just a little bit, not so much. If there's any extra, you can just go ahead and erase a portion of. Yeah, I think that looks good. Um, so this works as the base, for a metallic surface. We have a little bit of the edge going on over here. I'll go ahead and smoothen some of the outside edges. See if we need space. Yeah, I think it's shaping out. It's coming out good. I think I'll get started with some hard highlights. A little tint of blue, a little bit, just a little bit. If you're starting out digital painting, when you first start, that is, I'm not saying when you initially start, digital painting for your career, but just any painting, start of any painting, it is going to look, it is not going to look as good as you expect it to be. Just, pile on the layers, we'll keep tweaking a little, little shades over there, little shades over here. Um, Eventually, you'll get there. So, be patient. Okay. I need a little bit of blue. It's good, right? Shaping up. I can see how it's going to end up. I'll probably take another 6 hours to finish the whole thing. Don't worry, I won't be live streaming all the 6 hours. Um, I'll do the best I can. You know, just I wanted to start this live stream just to show you guys my process. How I go about it. And how long it takes for me. Just general work about it. Highlights. Yeah. There's a lot going on over here. I think I'll go ahead and delete some of it. I'm back up online. Yeah, like I was mentioning, there's a bit much over here. So I'm going to erase some of it. Just towards the bottom, you know. So we will retain, some of it. Uh, um, okay, I think that's good enough. I think I'll have a bit of a shade on the background, just so you guys, you can see some of the details I'm working on right here. Let me just quickly go ahead and just paint a layer over here. You know, just quickly say, mm, back head. Sorry, I'm just bad at naming, but I know what I'm naming, so it's just for me to track, so you guys can choose whatever names you want. Yeah, here he has the visor. I think I'll just give it a yeah. Going back to the hard highlights, blur, Gaussian blur. I think it has a good enough edge to it. I think I'll delete a small portion of the my base layer. So this was what I was talking about. Just the details over here. Um, there are a few more details I'd like to work on. So I'll be under this layer, a little bit of blues. Working on some highlights over here. Just getting started. The beauty of working on a metal surface is, you can just go ahead and just, you know, give all the hard edges you want. You know what I'm going to do next? I'm going to blur it a little more. So now if you just, look at the surface, this is, based on the light intensity you want, your character to have, you can blur the layer. This is a soft metallic finish. Add some texture to it. You can get some, nice matte surface to it. But I think I'll go with, a glossy metallic surface. I'm a fan of Iron Man, so yeah, I think I'll go ahead with this. I'm happy with this. I need another layer. Clip mask over it. Get some surface. I need some edges over here, the sharp edges, just so you know that, for now the surface looks kind of flat. I need some hard light over it. Um, so that's what I'm working on. So just, where you'd feel. Just a little bit. Yeah, just so, just to tell, there's a sharp edge over here, and that's what is going on. I think I'll erase tiny portion of it. I like the way it looked earlier. So with metal surfaces, don't, be hesitant on, contrasting with your colors. You can go with white, black on the same surface and it'll look perfectly good. Yeah, I think that looks good, gives the impression of a hard edge over here. If you guys like what I'm doing here, please do share my video. There are so many social media platforms where you can, share my painting at. If you feel my paintings are worth it, do share them. That do me a whole lot of good. It'll keep me encouraged to, put more videos out there. Yeah, at times like these when you don't want a certain portion of it, if erasing it is going to give you a lot of problems, just go ahead with a brush, new layer. Just go ahead with this and blur it a little. Yeah, I think that looks good. Gives a hard edge. Starting to shape like a metallic surface right now. There's a whole lot of detail left to do. Give some sharp edges, top face down. Yeah, I think I'll stop working on this side. I'll give it a little bit of blur for this layer. Seems too dark. I think it's the layer over the edge. Nope, it's the second layer. Yep. I think I'll blur this a little bit, not too much. It's okay to give sharp edges for places it needs. Let's break up some part of it. It's a battle armor, so need not be perfect. Now for the inner mask. Yep, this is the one. Let's go ahead and crank it up. So the inner layer, let's give some dark layers over it. dark layer will give a sense of depth to it. Here's the portion we don't need. Thank you, Bethmaster. Just write your comment. Means a lot. So now we do our metal surface over here. Um, what I'll do next is just give a quick. I need my palette for this. Think I'll work with some blues over here. Yep, this will be beneath this. I do oil paintings too, so I know I'm making it, no, or sorry, Photoshop is making it easier for me to work with, you know, all these options with Gaussian blur, give the metal surface. And I want to have, a bright shining light over here. Maybe here too. So with the surface ready, I think we'll blur this. Not happy with the same, the white in the middle. So mm, a little bit of lighter surface on this one over here. We need some darker edges over here a little bit. Just over here. Lighter surface over here. We'll go ahead and blur this just a little bit. You know, give some character to it. I want to erase some portion of the pending phase. This is the dark layer. Reduce the opacity. I think this is a good start for the helmet. I think I'm gonna keep this. Maybe blur it a little. Fit a blur, gosh, a little bit. I think this is giving a good enough, metallic vibe to it. I think this is a good start for me. For starting with the rest of the face. Top mask, bottom mask. So I'll just group all of these into one. I'll name them top mask. Have my base over here. For those who are just joining me, I've decided to paint the Omega Fortnite skin from the Fortnite game. I got started with the base sketch over here, and I was live streaming about on how to get the metal surface, how to make it look you know realistic, photorealistic to be exact, and like I was mentioning earlier, I usually start off with getting my base sketch in the style I want. Usually don't replicate. My characters are a bit a scaled down version, a more cartoonish version of how I do my work, and um, think I'll just go ahead and get a visor, a light, just to give some contrast, give some interest. Visor. Yep. If that's wrong spelling, don't look it up. I'm very poor at spelling. Let me know in the comments below if you'd like me to live stream the whole painting, a day by day, or on a daily basis, or I just do it on my own time and upload the sped up version so that it's easy for you to guys to have it how it's done in like 3 or 4 minutes. Let me know in the comments. I'll respect your wishes and do what's needed. No, 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 I put that. So I think I'll be closing. I think it's an hour since it's been running. I think I'll go ahead close the stream. Yeah, I think I'll go ahead and close the stream and let let me uh, let me know in the comments below how I should um, finish this painting. Should I finish it live stream or should I just upload the sped up version of it online? Um, so let me know how you want me to upload it, and I'll be looking forward for your comments, and see you soon. I'll be stopping the stream right now, and It's Sunday evening. I think I'll just go ahead and just hang out with. Thanks for watching. Subscribe to my YouTube channel. Yeah, I'm planning on uploading, you know, on a bi-weekly basis, or 3 times a week, depending on how much time I have from my client's work. If I'm, I've put this as a priority, to upload regular videos. I'm hoping to continue that show soon, and there are more content I'm working on. I'm working on Aquaman. I'm working on this Fortnite character, and there are few ideas that are going on. Yeah, I may work on a comic book soon. Let me know all the things you guys are interested in, and I'll be sure to upload that soon. And let me know all the different types of videos you'd like to see from me. I've been a graphic designer, a professional graphic designer for about 8 years right now. I do digital art, online branding for a few companies, and I do a lot of brand design, logo design, and web application development, the design of it. So if you guys want any such videos you would like me to work on, let me know in the comments below. I'll be sure to respond to that as soon as I can, and upload the respective videos on my channel. So thank you for watching. Subscribe to my Instagram and Dribble channel. Should be on my about page. Drop by. So some support would be great for me to keep me encouraged to do this again and again. Thank you so much. Have a good day.